So where we put our focus is where energy goes. And if you want to see some manifestation, pay attention to your focus, because what you are focusing on is where the energy currency is going to. Energy currency is part of it is your focus, but energy currency is your words, your actions, your finances, your time. This is your energy currency. So where you are focusing is where your energy currency is going, and it is feeding that focus so that there's more of it. And if you're aware of what your focus is, you can be aware of what you are manifesting. And that's both individually and collectively. So we are multidimensional beings. We're physical, where we actually need food, we need shelter, we need clothing. So part of our focus is to take care of the physical being, right? But we're also emotional beings. So some of our focus needs to be on the emotional level as well. Now, what are emotions? Emotions are like our GPS, our alarm system as well. Our emotions are letting us feel. They're like, like the alarm goes off in your smoke alarm, or, it's letting you feel what's really going on. Now, I've always said when you have emotions that are uncomfortable, it is like a smoke alarm going off saying, something's not right, something's not right, something's off in your thinking. That's when you need to connect into your mental body. Find out what is the thought behind the emotion. If the thought is like, oh, I'll tell you, this is a common one for me. I'm feeling like I'm not doing enough. I should be doing something more. I'm not doing enough. I should be doing something else. And that's a very uncomfortable feeling. It's an anxious type of feeling. Then I have to think of it's anxiety is my feeling. And then my thought is, I'm not doing enough, right? I should be doing something else or something more. When I realize that thought, which is causing this anxiety, of course, the anxiety is wearing on my body, right? It's wearing on my whole well-being, even dropping my immune system down. Then I have to realize that thought is a thought that needs to be replaced. It's the alarm system going off. The anxiety is the alarm system going off that says, catch that thought, choose another thought. So I choose, if I look at the opposite of that thought, I'm not doing enough, I should be doing something else. The opposite of that thought is, I'm doing exactly what I should be doing now. Wow, isn't that peaceful? That just dissolves that anxiety. So that focus from the shift in focus from I'm not doing enough, I should be doing more, to I'm doing exactly what I need to be doing now, is bringing my energy into peacefulness. It's feeding more of my peace. It's feeding the world that I want, a peace world within myself and around myself, because I emulate the feelings from within me, the energies from within me into the world around me. And you'll really notice this with pets. If you're anxious around pets, watch those pets get really anxious. And I used to have a cat that used to bite me all the time because I had a lot of anxiety. And if I watched a TV show that brought me anxiety, that cat would bite me right away. That cat was actually my alarm system. It should have been my alarm system. When I wasn't paying attention to my own alarm system of my own emotions, that cat physically got me. So I learned to really listen to myself and really appreciate all my emotions for helping me shift my focus into the world I want and the experience I want and what I want to manifest. Now, another emotion is like depression and hopelessness. Depression. And I found that my depression was coming from a hopelessness when I kept seeing all this other stuff that was coming out about making life less free. That's all I'm going to say. And when I realized that thought of hopelessness, then I realized, oh, I can think something else. I can stand up for my freedom. I can affirm myself more. And then I chose that thought and put my focus into affirming myself more. So when I did get censored, which I did, I took action, and that action reversed the censoring. And now it's like, wow, am I going to get more of my message out in more places? And it just fueled me and just gave me more empowerment and more freedom. So if we all do that, if we all focus on our freedom and our empowerment, then we will see a world of freedom and empowerment of individuals and individual rights. So energy follows focus. Manifestation comes from focus. Now, if you want to know more about this, look at Abraham Hicks. She has a lot of short 15-minute videos on this. So that's our emotional and our mental level and our physical that we talked about. You have to focus on your physical as well, taking care of your physical. Then there's your spiritual level. Don't forget your spiritual level. It's also connected into your social level. It's the unseen powerhouse of life, right? Relationships. Babies who are not held and do not have a relationship, but they're fed well, they're changed, they're clothed, they die because the spiritual, social aspect is denied. So, spiritual aspect, how I feed my spirit is first thing in the morning, just breathe in and feel the sunshine. Now, I have a whole video about what works for me, so I'm not going to go into any more than that, but you can see those on my patreon.com. They're there. And some of them are on my YouTubes. But find some way to feed your soul and to recognize your social needs and your spiritual needs. Your spiritual needs are what gives you faith and patience and hope and love and beauty. You know, artwork and music, those are filling some of your spiritual needs there. It's important to recognize yourself as a multidimensional being with all these aspects. And maybe if you venture into the spiritual area, you may find other dimensions of your being as well. So, hope you enjoyed this. I welcome you to join our Being Peaceful community in Patreon. And come to me on YouNow. I'm on YouNow 4 days a week. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, European time at 9 a.m., which is midnight for early morning in the United States on the West Coast. And on Saturdays at 8 p.m. European time, which is daytime for those people in the United States. And go forth in this day with blessings.